Hi guys, have you ever wondered what you can do at home to help your kid in school? Well, it could be very simple. Hi, I'm Amanda. I am a first grade teacher. I have taught for 15 years and I want to share something that I don't really think dawned on me until this past week. So, if you have kids, if you're a teacher, if you're, if you have any association with children at all, you know that the week before Christmas is chaos because they're so excited and they're so just hyped up, and you've got parties and special events and all the things, and their schedules are off because they're doing Christmas plays or going to see Christmas lights or go caroling or go, they do all the things, and so they're like wild. But I'm not saying that to like anything, but I just wanted to share something that we did this week that just opened my eyes to the benefits of having like a family game night at home. So if you're a teacher, do this in your classroom. If you're a mom or an aunt or a sister or brother or whatever, do this at home. Have game night. Or if you're a teacher, have a game day at school. I have 17 first graders, and they're 5 and 6 year olds, and they're so excited and they're very talkative, and the group I have this year has like minimal focus and concentration skills. Like they just they have so much energy. So anyway, so we had my assistant thrifts. Okay, so she went to a couple thrift stores and she found like some different board games that were like $1, $2 a piece for the classroom. And so we were like, okay, we're gonna have game day, because it's right before Christmas. We're not really focused. We're doing, all this like fun Christmas stuff. And we were having, I think we had a delay or something because we had snow, and so it was like a short day anyway, and it was a little chaotic. And so I said, okay, let's have game day today. So we had Guess Who, Connect 4, Memory, we had a jigsaw puzzle, we had Candyland. That's the ones we had. So we put them in groups of 2 because Guess Who and Connect 4, you can only have 2 people. So we had them all in groups of 2. I think I had 1 out, so we had an even number. So what they did was they spent 15 to 20 minutes at each game. We actually had 2 Guess Who games. And I wanted to like split them up, and they were like, no, we want to keep playing that one. So like it was even back to back. And it was just set up beautifully. They were focused all day long, like all day. There was never, it wasn't I need to go to the bathroom, or I need to go get water, or I need, and they stayed in their station, and they were focused on the skill that they were doing. So like Guess Who, they were learning how to ask questions and notice details, and deductive reasoning for, if they say yes to this question, then I need to do this, and if they say no to this question, then I need to do this, and they had problem solving, and it was amazing. Connect 4 has visual spatial reasoning, where they have to figure out, well, if I put this here, then they can stack this and it can be diagonal. And that was probably one that they had the most trouble with, was Connect 4. So it's just like, eye-opening. It teaches me stuff. But anyway, so after I had this breakthrough, and we have game night at my house maybe like once a month. And I'm like, okay, enough. If this can keep my 5 and 6 year olds focused for a full school day, and like we played through recess. Like they weren't saying what time's lunch, what time's snack, what time's no, they were like so focused and so excited, and it was games, but their concentration was like I had never seen it before. It was amazing. So I just want to say, play a game. you know, go to the store and get a board game. Because also, there were no screens in my classroom that entire day. And there is so much hinged on technology and screens that I really, I really try to not have screens as much as possible. One, because they're first graders and they need to be using fine motor skills, so they need to be writing and doing, you know, like manipulating with their hands. And when they're doing it with the screen, it's not, there's no muscle memory involved. There's no, you know, how to make letters, and you're just not, it's not the same. So I'm really a proponent now of game night. So have a game night with your family. If you want to look online, like I went online and looked up the benefits of like all these different games and wrote them in, like we use Class Dojo, so I sent it out to my parents, and guess who teaches how to ask questions, noticing details, deductive reasoning, vocabulary, logical thinking, social skills, memory, concentration, articulation. Our speech pathologist, when I told her what, she come to pick up one of my kids, she saw what we were doing, she's like, no, he's good. Because he was, you know, having to talk and having to ask questions, and that was part of his language goals. And that was a game she plays with him in her room. So the fact that he was doing it with his classmates was like, yes, this is what we want. So, there's just, you can go on Google and just say, you know, what are the benefits of this game? If there's certain things you're wanting to work on with your child, then look up what are the best board games to practice, you know, XYZ. Critical thinking, or deductive reasoning, or asking questions, or, you know, just play games. Play games with your kids. That's all I'm saying. And with it being Christmas, it's a great time to throw a game under the tree. Start having a family game night at your house at least once a month. My goal for 2026 is to do it once a week, because I feel like it will be good for all of my kids. Of course, my kids are 5, 10, and 13, so they're kind of a range. Stuff my 13-year-old can play and probably needs to move more towards, my 5-year-old can't quite do yet. But we'll probably like alternate, and sometimes the 5-year-old will play another game with her if we play like a higher order game. I found some really cool new games. We got Clue Conspiracy, and we got, we're doing Monopoly now, which it takes a long time, but it is what it is. But if you would like any suggestions on games for different age levels, I will try to build something and leave it in the comments for you guys to grab. So check that out, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.